Students, let us check the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Few of the samples are here in front of you. Very first, I am having a silver glass. Then I am having a thermometer. You can see that inside that the liquid mercury is filled. Then I am having iron nails. Then I am having the vessels of copper and brass. You can see that these all are hard. They are solid in physical state. They all are having shiny and lustrous look. And we will see that they all are conducting the heat and electricity. So these are the main physical properties of the metals. Now let us have the look at some samples of non-metals. All of you have seen the coal, charcoal, right? It is black in color. This I am having the sulfur powder, which is, you can see that yellow in color. Then the top of these matchsticks are made up of phosphorus. Then I am having these pencil leads. They are made up of graphite, which is the form of carbon. In this we can see that they are having different colors. Most of them are in the powder form, so they are brittle. They are not malleable, they are not ductile. We cannot make wires or sheets from this, and we cannot pass electricity through them. Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the fundamental topic from chemistry, that is metals and non-metals. I want to wear this wristwatch. Then we want the wires for electricity at home. We are using so many utensils. So these all are the different purposes of these different elements. That utensils, if I want to breathe, will it be useful to me? Obviously no. Then the fertilizers, medicines, what we are using in our day-to-day life, are they contain same type of material? No. They all are made up from the material, the matter, the element which is available in nature. Now we have started making that in laboratories also. But basically we are using the material, the elements which are present in nature. We are having 92 naturally occurring elements around us. These are classified into actually three types: metals, non-metals and metalloids. Today we will talk about metals and non-metals. How we can identify that which are metals, which are non-metals? We can see that from outside, physically. So there are few properties which are known as physical properties. Properties are the characteristics. You have seen few activities. In that you have seen thermometer, LED, some pieces of metals, some powders like sulfur, coal. We had tried to check these different properties for that materials. And conclusion of that we are tabulating over here in the form of physical properties of metals and non-metals. The first property we are having physical state. We are having three types of physical states: solid, liquid and gas. Out of this, most of the metals except mercury, all are present in solid state. Mercury is found in the liquid state. And as a result, we can make the thermometers from that, as we can feel it into glass tube. Non-metals are normally found in liquid or gaseous state, and very few are found in solid state also. In nature, we are having total only 18 non-metals. Rest of all are metals. Then second property of the metals and non-metals which we can check, that is appearance. How it look like. So gold, silver, copper, magnesium, aluminium, zinc. These all are the examples of metals. And from this you can understand that most of the metals are having the shiny silvery color. Gold is having yellow color, copper is having reddish brown color. But all are having shiny look, they are lustrous. While non-metals are having different colors, and they are dull in appearance. Then the next property, hardness. Obviously, solid state is hardest. So the metals are found in the solid state, and that's why they are hard. Except sodium and potassium. They are so soft that it can be cut with knife also. But rest of the metals are very hard. While non-metals, most of them are in liquid state, they are in the gaseous state, so they are very soft. Based on the hardness, we are having two more properties of metals and non-metals. First is malleability. Malleability means the property by the virtue of which we can beat the metal into very thin sheets. And the second property, that is ductility. That means by the virtue of ductility, we can draw very thin wires from the metals. So ductility to make wires and malleability to make sheets, thin sheets, foils. Metals are malleable and ductile because you are aware of aluminium foil, which we are using for wrapping the food items. You might have seen the silver layer on the sweets. So we can make very thin foils or sheets from the metal, so they are malleable. In the ornaments, in the electricity, as I said just now, the wires are used, and the property by which we can make wire is ductile, so all the metals are ductile also. But the non-metals, they are brittle and they are non-ductile. The next property, that is sonority. That means to make ringing sound. I am striking these bangles with some hard surface, it will make some sound. But this pencil lead or the coal powder or the sulfur powder, iodine, chlorine, if I will strike them, will they make any sound? No. So metals are producing ringing sound, that means they are sonorous, while the non-metals are non-sonorous. Let us check the conductivity, electrical conductivity of metals and non-metals. Just now I am having this copper wire, battery and LEDs. If we are connecting them, then the LED is glowing. It means that this copper wire is good conductor of electricity. Now I am having this pencil lead which is made up of graphite. Right? In this also the LED is glowing, that means this pencil lead which is made up of graphite is conducting the electricity. It is non-metal, but it is exception in non-metal. Now I am trying with this wooden part. You can see that LED is not glowing with this wooden part, so we can say that wood is not conducting the electricity. The last physical property, that is conduction of heat and electricity. To conduct means to pass, to allow. Most of the metallic substance, if we are passing electricity from them or if we are heating them, say copper rod or iron rod, if we are having utensil made up of copper and if we are keeping them on burner stove for some time, it will be getting hot. We cannot catch it. We cannot hold it for longer time. So they are conducting the electricity as well as they are conducting the heat. They are allowing to pass it through them.